Hi all, today we're going to take a closer look at the Lost Dungeon building set that's available in the Bazaar. Keep in mind that Bazaar items rotate in and out of the store. If it's not available now, there will be opportunities again in the future. That could be at a discounted cost, items being sold separately or even in combination with other items or bundles. So, what's included with the Lost Dungeon building set? The current bundle includes foundation, wall and ceiling pieces, as well as a door frame, door and 2 types of window pieces. It's safe to say that this set caused some frustration upon release. Why? The initial store page did not show each piece being foundation based. Yes, in this set all items are 1 foundation thick, and to top that off, it's as well a very limited set with only 7 pieces in total. The update to the store listing with new images made things a lot clearer, though the set remains a rather special and somewhat quirky set. As of June 2023, the bundle costs 840 Chrome coins. Let's look at each part of the building set in more detail. Once purchased, it can be found under your Ancestral Knowledge page, and using the construction hammer it shows up as Lost Dungeon in the Building Pieces category. Tier-wise, it's equal to other Tier 3 sets. Now on to foundations, walls and ceilings. The Lost Dungeon features a very dark texture, like the darker tint of the Stormglass set, mixed with the roughness of sandstone and dungeon feel of the Arena set, all aged with a wet, mossy look. The foundation pieces are likely the ones that are pretty much as expected. In some ways there are similarities with sandstone and stone brick, but it's also different as the slate, tiles and pattern are a bit finer. While there is no perfect matching set, here are some Arena, Stormglass and Black Ice Wall pieces as to show you how they contrast. And here some foundations and stairs from those sets. Walls feature the same pattern as foundations, and yes, as we have mentioned, all pieces in the set are 1 foundation thick. At glance, all the sides are the same, so the way they face does not matter too much. Here the sandstone wall pattern for a quick comparison. The last piece of the first group are ceilings. They are in essence foundations with the larger stone tile patterns on top as well as the bottom side. Do note that while other ceilings provide an even surface on top when combined with the set, the same cannot be said about the bottom side. This seems like an oversight and something possible to fix, but only time will tell if that happens. Next up we got doors and windows. Doors look like these blocks, creating a small passage. Using several of those, you could easily create a tunnel underneath your base. What's worth noting is that only the door's outward facing side has a door mounting frame, so in this case that's the side closest to us like seen here. Let's place the door that comes with the set. You can also use other regular doors from the base game and DLCs. For some reason only known to Chrome, the Lost Dungeon door lacks a lock, which makes total sense when it comes to protecting your treasures and keeping prisoners. Yeah, Funcom, please add a lock. While not a perfect match to the frame, the door from the Reinforced Stone set is a pretty good alternative. And if looking out from inside the dungeon, as mentioned, the door would be in the end of the passage. Then we got 2 windows. The first one is pretty much like the door. If facing the outward side, the window is close as here. While if looking at it from the inside, it's on the outer side. Now, if you build a dungeon or cellar, it might be tricky for these windows to actually have anything useful to see through them in either case. Then a new fancy, sort of first ever ceiling frame or ceiling window. It's a ceiling piece with a small part of the corner removed as to form a round grate-like element on top if you combine 4 of them. Having water below looks pretty cool. Though if used as a skylight, it's great for letting in some light, or to easier feed your prisoners. Or here, a single corner solution as a drainage grate. Funcom introduced a similar piece, then called Skylight with the Turanian building set expansion, but as you can see here, that offers a much bigger opening. While not available to buy right now, we really like that set, so feel free to check out that video next. When it comes to the Lost Dungeon building set, we feel it's important to say that it feels like a standalone set that could prove a challenge to combine with other sets. Plus, the fact that there's only 7 pieces does not help. It somehow feels incomplete, with key pieces like stairs or wedge pieces missing. For most, it would likely also be complex to retrofit an existing building with a dungeon. And on top of that, it does require quite a bit of space as seen. There's nothing technically wrong with that, of course, but the set will for sure not be to everyone's liking. All that aside, we would like to thank Funcom for providing us with these items for free, which allows us to preview select items for you. And that's all for this showcase. We hope we could answer all your questions. If not, feel free to leave a comment. We also appreciate a thumbs up, and if you could subscribe, that would be awesome.